All right, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Mike Lindsley. I am here at Glazed and Confused, Clinton Street in Syracuse. I'll tell you what, this place smells so amazing. I just want to lay here all day and just smell the place, the aroma, and then eat donuts all day. Why not? Be on the lookout. Next Friday is their cannoli day, so be on the lookout for that. They do themed donuts across the board. You can go from a cinnamon sugar, which is a classic, all the way through to like the serial killer, what the fluff, up all night, lemon drop with blueberry drop. They've got an amazing with blueberry pop. They've got an amazing array of donuts here at the official donut shop of the ML Sports Platter. That's Glazed and Confused. Make sure you follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at GlazedSYR, and also online at glazedsyr.com. You can also check them out on Grubhub. And again, as I mentioned, be on the lookout for their themed donuts, for their events. Everything that you can find donut related is here at Glazed and Confused. Visit glazedsyr.com. All right, this next few minutes here, 9 minutes with Mike Lindsley on IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. It's a Kentucky Derby preview. Let's start with the favorite. The favorite is out with a respiratory issue. That, of course, is Omaha Beach. And that was a horse that Mike Smith, the jockey, was going to be riding. Now, Mike Smith is on Cutting Humor, which is a Todd Pletcher horse. That's a storyline to watch in this Kentucky Derby. How serious is the issue with Omaha Beach? It's kind of a wait-and-see approach. They had the little surgery there yesterday, and we'll see how many stakes races he can compete in. Maybe he'll be ready for the Preakness and or Belmont, and then down the line, will he be brought to Saratoga? Will he be brought to the Breeders' Cup? We'll have to see what goes on with Omaha Beach. But I don't know as if, after talking with Todd Hite today, the director of racing and gaming at GM at Western OTB and Batavia Downs Gaming, I'm not sure that this is going to matter, Omaha Beach being the favorite and being out, because this isn't like we're losing a Barbaro, a Big Brown, a Triple Crown guy like American Pharoah, a Justify. He's a good horse, but he's not on paper a projected possible Triple Crown contender. He's just not in a very wide open field in the Kentucky Derby, which, let's get right to it. Bob Baffert, the greatest horse trainer of all time, in my opinion. He's got 3 horses in this Derby. Remember, the Kentucky Derby is the hardest probably to win from a crowded standpoint. The Belmont is the hardest one to win because of the length of the track. But from all signs with the Derby, you're bumping in shoulder and with a ton of horses. You're talking 20, 21 horses in the field. That's a freaking crowd right there of horses. Bob Baffert, he's going to line up Improbable, he's going to line up Game Winner, and here's the big story out of the Bob Baffert horses. The 17th post is Roadster. Roadster could be a sneaky one here. He's been running fairly well the last couple of months, and oh, by the way, no one has ever won out of the 17th post at the Kentucky Derby. Keep an eye on Bob Baffert's 3 horses. In the meantime, you've got a situation going on, like I mentioned with Cutting Humor. You've got Mike Smith now on that saddle. He is arguably right now the best jockey in the world. That gives Cutting Humor and the trainer Todd Pletcher, in my opinion, an automatic upward trajectory here for this race. I don't think there's any question about it. You look at Johnny Velasquez, the all-time winning jockey at Saratoga. He's on the saddle for Code of Honor. Code of Honor, another horse that's been running really, really well. A lot of these horses in the Derby lately have been running pretty well. Omaha Beach, remember, won the Arkansas Derby, but of course is out for this race. I don't really take too much stock into what a horse just did in the previous races. I look at how they're training the week of the Derby, leading into everything, and that final couple of exercise rides on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to actually really tell how they are. But Code of Honor could be a horse to watch here as well. But here are my picks, my win, place, show, my 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to take Game Winner, the Bob Baffert horse, to win the Kentucky Derby. I'm going to go with Max Security in there at the number 2 spot. Max Security right now is 4-0 and is a Kentucky-bred horse. So this is a horse that knows Churchill Downs, it knows the track, it knows the whole atmosphere and all the rest. I think Maximum Security could be the most underrated horse in the entire field. And then my number 3, I'm going to go with Code of Honor. I think Johnny V has got a real handle on this Derby. He's flying with confidence. Remember, it wasn't too long ago that he won the Kentucky Derby with Always Dreaming. That was a hell of a race by Johnny V. Could have been his best race of all time, considering how he handled the race as it got to the midway point. He really, really got out in front, and that was a heck of a race for Johnny V in his first Derby win ever. I'm a big John Velasquez fan. I was in Saratoga to see his record-breaking win as the all-time winningest jockey in Saratoga history. And Shug McGaughey, he's a heck of a trainer. Bob Baffert and Todd Pletcher get a lot of accolades, but goodness gracious, man. Shug McGaughey's got a tremendous resume as well. So there's a lot of really cool storylines here to watch, a lot of things to keep an eye on. I think that this year, and we've talked about this the last several years, even though we've had 2 Triple Crown winners the last few years, we've had California Chrome, I think back in 2014, won the Derby, and then I was at the Preakness for that horse's victory. Even though we've had those 3 horses, we've had a few dominating times in this sport. I think this year is going to be the most wide open in horse racing in a long, long time. I think you could basically bet any of these horses in this thing. You could do anything you want with box exactas and trifectas and all the rest. And I'm not a big betting guy. I know the names. I know what most of them do. But people would ask me, hey, who do you like in the Derby? Anybody. I mean, why don't we just close our eyes and fire a friggin' dart at a board and pick a horse this year? There is no clear-cut favorite. The favorite that is now out, the Arkansas Derby winner in terms of Omaha Beach. You got Roadster, you got Cutting Humor, you've got Code of Honor, you've got the 3 Baffert horses, an Improbable Game Winner and Roadster. I think Maximum Security could be the most underrated horse in this draw. You've got a lot of other unbelievable storylines, whether you go from 8-1 to 15-1 to 20-1 to 25-1, it doesn't matter. Any of these horses could have a chance to win, but I'm going to go win, Game Winner, place Maximum Security, and then I'm going to go with my show as the Code of Honor. That's my winner, my second placer, and my third placer. Again, Game Winner, Max Security, and Code of Honor. But a lot of storylines here to watch. And remember, you've got to win the Derby to have a shot at the Triple Crown, obviously. And of course, the Derby, in my opinion, for 3-year-olds, sets up the rest of the year as well. It's not just about the Triple Crown races moving forward. It is about everything else. It's about if you win the Derby, you compete in the Preakness. If you don't win the Preakness, maybe you skip the Belmont. Maybe there's a couple of horses that are in the Derby that don't win. There's only one winner. Those trainers pull them out and train them at length, maybe a couple extra weeks for the Belmont. It sets up things for who might come to Saratoga. It sets up things to see who's healthy, who's not, what trainer kind of uses some different strategies and all the rest. The Derby sets up the entire season for 3-year-olds, the Breeders' Cup and all the rest. It should be tremendous, tremendous stuff this weekend at the Kentucky Derby. Speaking of which, I was at the Derby 3 years ago today. I was sitting there looking at the Twin Spires, looking at the Derby, one of the most historic places, iconic, amazing bucket list things that you can do as an American sports fan. I went there 3 years ago. I saw Nyquist win the Derby, and then he had a disappointing season after that. It's been one of the rare deals where a Derby winner has come out and won and then been really, really shitty the rest of the year. So we'll see what happens tomorrow at the Kentucky Derby. Today's Kentucky Oaks Day, the best female race in the country. The second best one, of course, is the Alabama Stakes out at Saratoga later on this year. And then, of course, you've got the Kentucky Derby tomorrow with a slew of amazing stakes races and all the rest leading up to it. If you ever get out to the Kentucky Derby, my God, it is tremendous. Make sure you do it because it is a tremendous bucket list item. Give me Game Winner first, Maximum Security second, and Code of Honor third. And don't forget to join me tomorrow at the Phoenix OTB and Sports Restaurant. I will be out there from 11 to 1 or 2-ish. We'll do giveaways. We'll talk horses. I'm going to record a podcast. Should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, 9 Minutes with me, Mike Lindsley, Facebook, YouTube, and IGTV. Off of Instagram, I am here at Glazed and Confused, Clinton Street, downtown Syracuse. Make sure you lean on these guys. Grab all your donuts for home, your family, your friends, your coworkers, you name it, and follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Glazed SYR. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.